So there's insider, outsider, establishment, anti-establishment. There's authenticity, and then there's electability, right? And historically, by rigging the rules in 16 and 20, the Democrats picked the most electable or the most liberal electable candidate, arguably each time, right? The party has gravitated towards centrists enough to win, even though the issue positions might not be so different from the people on the more to the left. You look at this field, with the exception of AOC, you could argue the governors are outsiders because they're not from Washington, but they're all DNC suck-ups. They're not, Wes Moore and Pete Buttigieg aren't out there saying the DNC is corrupt. Our donors, our big donors are part of the problem, the way Bernie does, right? The way AOC did, although to me, ironically, she's now trying to moderate, right? But I don't see anybody on this list who will take the position that Donald Trump took in 2016. My party sucks. My party's corrupt. My party's part of the swamp. Well, so that's my question to you, Amy. Who could, with a straight face and skill, besides AOC, because I'm not sure she'll run and she might run and not be effective, who could be the anti-Democratic Party Democratic candidate?
I have a feeling they're all going to try in their own way. You're already kind of,
but what kind of things? They're not attacking the DNC. They're not attacking the donors of Manhattan.
I mean, what can they attack right now, though, other than I think they're going to try. They're going to start by attacking Biden is the thing. I think that's where they start and say, and that's going to be a litmus test, by the way. I think people are going to corner these candidates and say, did you agree with Biden? Did you know about it? And do you agree with it? And should they have pushed him out? Yeah. And you're starting to hear Democrats talk about that more now.
Well, I'll tell you three things they could do, and then we'll talk about the Republicans. One thing is they could say no super PAC, no corporate money. They could say, I think what my party did to Bernie Sanders in 2016 and 2020 was corrupt, and I demand an open process. And they could take positions like Bernie that are antithetical to the corporatist wing of the Democratic Party. I don't see any of them doing that. I think they're all corporatists.
Walz might. I mean, I don't rule him out. I think he's also in line with the Ken Martin reform camp, because Ken Martin was instrumental in his being picked as vice presidential candidate. And I think he's still liked with progressives. And if you have 15 people to race, he actually might have a shot. And if he tells his version of the story, Andy Bashir might. He's been a little bit critical, a little bit.
If Tim Walz and Rahm runs, Rahm will raise double from Ari what Tim Walz raised in total.
Fair enough.
He's not going to raise any money, but less from Zeke. All right, Republicans. I believe
go ahead.
Yeah.
Since I can speak with authority on this, with some authority being as I have helped elect probably more Democratic presidents than anyone on this phone call. We've got an election in 18 months for the House, and Republicans, a brake pedal off your election, the world's going to be very different, and there are going to be investigations and impeachments and charges, maybe court battles. We're going to be back in large part where we were. Donald Trump is once again going to be the man who defines what the Democratic Party is. And I think the way Democrats are going to separate themselves is the odd and outrage primary. They're going to continue to go left. I don't think that story is finished yet. We're going to get more, not less. I don't think that's the anti-establishment we're going to see. And that's where the money's going to be.
Which money?
Political money for Democrats. Big money, little money.
Being against Trump?
He's going to suck up everything. He's the leader of the Democratic Party, and he's going to be more so. There's no oxygen other than him. If that happens, it may not. Losing the House may kill Democrats because it keeps them in the past.
Losing the House or winning the House?
Winning the House. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say quickly, I agree with Alex here that the mistake Democrats are going to make, especially if they pick up the House, is that they will continue to be an anti-Trump coalition instead of figuring out what the hell their party is for in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Hey, did you like that conversation? Well, you can be part of the Two-Way community. Join us live for interactive conversations like no other. Go to twoway.tv. You can also watch anytime. Hit the subscribe button and watch our two-way clips and full episodes whenever your time allows.